They, I knew it. I knew it. They were gonna leave us off on a stupid cliffhanger, and they did it. It's like anime all over again this week. Only difference is this: I have to wait a whole how many weeks? 5 weeks or so till I see the next episode of freaking Crisis, and we only got 2 more episodes left. They already got. They're already doing this crap. I can't do this. I can barely stand to wait a week for anime episodes when they go on break, when something hype is about to happen. And now when something hype is about to happen, boom, that's when they want to be like, okay, let's give it a 5 week break. Let's keep you in suspense. Screw you, CW. You always have to do me dirty like this. Anyways, guys, it's Cam315. I'm back with another video. And this is Flash Season 6, Episode 9 / Crisis on Infinite Earths. Episode 3, Part 3, whatever you want to call it. Another good episode. Um, more thing about it. Um, I think I like this episode. I think this is my favorite episode out of the Crisis episodes we've gotten so far. If I were ranking them, episode 3, then 1, then 2. They were all the episodes were all good. I had no problems with any of the episodes. But I'm just saying from an aspect, I like the Flash part a lot. But I like the third episode the most. So anyways, let's get into this. Now, I did not see the first like few minutes of the episode because I was trying to log on to my freaking computer, to watch it on stream. But the thing that popped up is I'm gonna just start off from where it popped up. But I'm guessing from what I guess first happens is I guess Barry's revealed to be a Paragon, which again I'm gonna take this from my part 2 review. Like I said with Kate, I understand the people have to find out themselves that they're the Paragons, but the Monitor could just tell them that they're the Paragons. Again, Monitor, you could have not told Barry he's a Paragon of the of saving the multiverse. So great. Thank you for, not keep hiding things for us. So anyways, when I started watching, Diggle finally makes his appearance in this show, in the crossover. Finally, we've been always asking where the hell is Diggle. Yep, no, he's finally here, and he sees Oliver. Me and Constantine go to try to go find a different way to retrieve Oliver's soul. So basically, and I'm gonna do their story before stuff like that. And I'm gonna do their story first, but well, I'll get to that later because it's kind of a cameo. Anyways, the monitors talks about the anti-wave stuff and that there's a cannon and that they have to do some stuff. So Barry, Frost, and Cisco have to go to Central City where Nash Wells went to go basically revive the anti-monitor, and basically the monitor talks to Cisco and gives Cisco back his powers. So yeah, so Cisco, now we find out how he gets his powers. Obviously the monitor gave him his powers. Again, questioning how, so you're strong enough to get his powers, but you're not strong enough to bring Oliver back to life. Okay, I see where this is going. Anyways, there also is a little side story with Kate and Kara, how they're kind of somewhat feuding over, the Book of Destiny. Um, and they basically talk to Lex Luthor on how to basically see if they can do it. And Lex basically says, well, yeah, you could do it, but the only problem is, if you do that, try to bring back an Earth, who knows what could happen to you. You might go crazy, or you might go insane, basically. And Kara was willing to take the chance. But Kate was like, the entire episode, really, I can just summarize this plot. I could probably say this is kind of the weakest element of the weakest plot point of the story. It wasn't really the best. But it had to be in there to, I guess, have Kara and Kate do something. But basically, the entire episode was them almost like literally almost getting into a fist fight to for Kara to use the Book of Destiny to basically use the Book of Destiny to basically revive Earth 38 and Argo and stuff like that. And at the end of this discussion, they basically have a talk saying, like, they kind of conflict how they're the paragons of hope and courage and stuff like that. And basically, Kate reveals that she had she got on the kryptonite from Bruce. Excuse me. She was gonna give it to Kara, but Kara's like, no, you should keep it because I should have the courage. I believe, or you should have the courage, or I believe that you'll have the courage not to use it on me, basically. And it's funny because it's always a trend with Kara and kryptonite. Every time Kara sees somebody with kryptonite in their hands, she gives like this like dirty, upset, pissed off look like, I can't believe you would do that. Um I don't know. So the relationship seems fine, but I feel like I guess as future crossovers happen, their relationship might not be as strong and they might not have as much trust because Kara I guess could somewhat lose trust in Kate for having that little gem of kryptonite. So we'll see where that goes. I guess as a future for any future crossovers, personally and stuff like that. But um, yeah. So anyways, the next part of my notes is talk about Constantine, Diggle, and Mia all going to Earth 66. No, Earth 666, and I guess the actor that plays um Lucifer, I forgot the last name, but the actor that plays Lucifer from the show makes a cameo in the crossover, so I guess his show is, and I guess he's like somehow connected to the Arrowverse too. I don't watch Lucifer. All I know, I guess he's like some kind of like playboy type of dude, and all I know is he's like basically the devil. Anyways, he kind of looks at Mia because of course when they first run into him, he has like these two chicks next to him. He looks at Mia as I guess another hot chick, and basically he asks her, "What? Tell me what you desire." And basically the thing is to get Oliver back. He basically gives Constantine a card and basically said when the image is like gone, like terrible things will happen to you or something like that. So basically, they go to purgatory. Those three go to purgatory to go find Oliver's long lost soul. Anyways, we get back to basically, the little sewer where the anti-monitor, where Pariah or Nash Wells basically got sucked in, and basically Pariah is telling them like, yeah, I can't remember anything from my thoughts because once I became Pariah, I have no memory of who Nash Wells was. So basically, Cisco uses his powers to basically find the code. They get into there and they see that Earth 90 Flash is running on the cosmic treadmill that controls the antimatter cannon. Um, and basically, they basically by using Cisco's powers, they basically get him out of there. But everything goes to crap. We come back from break. And basically, Earth 90 Flash reveals that the Monitor sent him. I forgot. He sent him to an Earth or something like that. And then, the Anti Monitor found him or something like that, and basically put him where he is now, and stuff like that. So I guess the Monitor kind of is a little bit to blame for this too. And basically, because of the Earth 90 Flash not running on it, um, the anti-monitor put a failsafe, so just in case he gets escapes, all the Earths will just be destroyed automatically and stuff like that. Anyways, we go back to Earth, and Iris, Ray, and Ralph go get one of the other paragons, Ryan Choi, and they and basically his little in that side plot I can wrap up in a few minutes. I mean, that side plot basically talks about him, how he can't believe that, he's been called to do such a great thing. And at first he tries to bail on the three because he has a family and stuff like that. And then he talks to Iris, and the Iris and Ryan have a nice little talk about family and stuff like that. and Iris tells him that basically that her well, Barry's a hero, but doesn't indirectly say Barry, but just say like my husband's a superhero and he's doing all he can to save it, and it convinces Ryan, or it convinces Choi to basically come along and stuff like that. We do get information that his daughter was born 6 months from what's happening currently, so it was like one of the biggest factors why he wanted to just go with his family while he said the world was ending basically, but stuff like that. Um, we also do have a nice little side chat with Lois and the Monitor, and from the aspect of Lois finding out, and we're revealed that Earth 73, um, at that point in the episode, just got blown away by the antimatter wave, and there are only 7 Earths left. So they're running on some crazy stable time. Anyways, the Monitor, when the Monitor starts talking to Lois, he basically talks about his past and, talks about how he had his own world and that got destroyed, and that he had a family and everything. And he mentions, I think one, I forgot the daughter's name, but yeah, it was kind of interesting and stuff like that. Kingdom Come Superman, he shows up saying about this thing, and then they have a little talk, and then the Monitor kind of becomes like Batman and just disappears. I think he did that before. He did that early in the episode with Cisco, where he just vanishes. Anyways, we get back to the Anti Monitor's little headquarters, and basically Black Lightning shows up. So, and he basically attacks, both Barry and 90s Flash, and Pariah tells basically Black Lightning to stop fighting because he brought him here for a reason, and stuff like that. And basically, you know, Pariah tells him about the multiverse and that his Earth was destroyed. We also get the relation that Earth 2 was destroyed, so they make a point to say that Earth 2 was destroyed. And Cisco and Caitlin basically say, so that means Harry and Jesse are dead. So for the people wondering about Earth 2 circumstances, if you not only saw Arrow episode, it was either episode 1 or episode 2, when Earth 2 got destroyed. And also, if you watched last night's Black Lightning episode, Earth 2 also got destroyed in the process. So, in other words, Earth 2 is gone, which means Jesse, Quick, and Harry are both gone. Anyways, basically, Black Lightning uses his powers on the antimatter cannon to basically try to shut it down. But basically, he's only like hurt himself in the process, and I think they said he could die. But then 90s Flash and Barry both use Flash time and have a talk. And basically, Barry's revealed that, this is the moment in time where he has to sacrifice himself. But then 90s Flash stops that by stealing his speed, and basically he's the one to sacrifice himself. Um, and yeah, so we see him running on the treadmill, and he starts to disintegrate, and they cut back to, I guess, a 90s Flash TV show scene, which I guess was iconic for those people who've seen the 90s Flash TV show. And I'm guessing it was it and I guess it was Barry talking to Iris. Now the actor that played Iris, I guess, in that scene, is basically the actor that does is one of the doctors from one of the past few seasons um of the Flash. I forgot the doctor's name, but we haven't seen her for a while. But it was a nice little cameo they did from the show and stuff like that. So he basically vanishes. The place is wrecked, and then you just see his emblem. So that 90s Flash is gone. So that was probably emotional for the 90s Flash viewers who've seen that. I bet it probably was hard for them to even think about it because I guess their Flash is gone. Another quick thing. We cut back to what Constantine Diggle and Mia, what's happening with them. They do find Oliver. They make Oliver remind himself who he is. And basically, this guy named Jim Corrigan tells Oliver that his destiny is to save everyone. I forgot the thing what he was called, but basically, I'm guessing but basically Oliver is taking that person's place in a sense. So yeah. Um. Anyways, at like 10 episode at the 10 minute episode part, Lila comes back to the our Pariah actually shows up first, and then Lila comes back because Lila comes back to the Wave Rider, and basically she tells Diggle that she does not remember a thing because she was on Earth One apparently, and she does not remember what she was doing on Earth One. But then, it takes some time. Barry does some monologuing and basically puts pieces together along with Kingdom Come Superman. They put the pieces together by saying that Lila and Pariah have been used by the Anti-Monitor and they're basically working for them. And basically, Lila gives this evil smirk, and then her eyes turn to like silver, and then the Anti-Monitor is talking through her body, and basically she basically takes down like all the heroes and stuff like that. Um, and then she does like some kind of, I guess it was like a pressure ability where she like was forcing everybody down and stuff like that. She does fight the Monitor and she wins, but before the Monitor loses, he tells Pariah, "You have one thing to do. You have one thing to do. That's why you were trusted with this powers, basically." And basically, the thing is, when Pariah realizes what he does after, the Monitor basically looks like he gets his like his life essence is out of him and it's absorbed to the Anti-Monitor, basically. Um, Pariah basically sends the remaining Paragons to basically basically what you might say what or Sarah said, like basically the end where there's like, I forgot the exact thing. I wasn't listening, and plus I was too into watching what was going on to be able to catch what she was saying. But basically, in other words, they're like at the end of like space at time or something like that, and stuff like that. So, um, you know, the Anti-Monitor asked Pariah where he sent them, where they were sent, and basically, Pariah doesn't tell him, but basically he uses his powers. The Anti-Monitor uses his powers to basically make the antimatter wave show up again, taking out Earth One. So everyone on Earth One is gone, and they bared witness to that. That actually happened when that before the heroes were even sent out. And then, like I said, after Pride tells, like, I'm not telling you where they went. Basically, Anti-Monitor makes the remaining, or the antimatter wave that is still coming onto the Wave Rider. Basically hits the Wave Rider. It's taking out the Wave Rider. Um, Now the antimatter disappears before the antimatter wave hits, and basically, I know in the scene, Ralph, Jefferson, Iris, and Earth 38 Superman were still left on the Wave Rider, and basically they all died to the antimatter wave. So yeah, and the only thing I guess that kind of upsets me about the scene is it sucks because you know they literally killed all the remaining heroes, but the heroes that are literally gonna be in the next episode I was basically transported. So they basically killed everyone off. And Jefferson was only in one Crisis episode. Now he's gonna obviously come back, but I'm kind of a little hurt because I would have loved to see him. I thought he was gonna get transferred over there too, but no, he dies alongside the other ones, and like, what the hell is going on here? Anyways, the real all the remaining heroes that have been transported, um, you know, they they basically um all talk it out to where they are. They find out where they are, and then Kingdom Come Superman basically has this red light emitting from his body, and I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? At first, I thought it had something to do with, like, I guess the red sun or something, like what, it was cooking him alive. Um, but no, it only reveals that Luthor actually, I guess, in a sense, switched places with him, but by using the Book of Destiny, and he switches him, the Kingdom Come Superman, as a Paragon to now Lex Luthor being a Paragon. So now they just lost basically a good ally in the fight. All because of Lex effing Luthor. And you wonder, because every time they showed the scenes, he did have that book on him. And basically, and that's basically how the episode ends off, when the aspect that is just them and Lex. And now all the other heroes are pissed. They're probably going to kick Lex Luthor's ass, basically, for doing that. And it's looking like in the next episode, it's going to be those remaining heroes versus the Anti-Monitor, which won't come back till January 14th. So that is when, I believe, I think that's the Legends episode or the Arrow episode. I don't know when is when, but that's when the next episode of Crisis will happen. We only have 2 more episodes left. And yeah, so that's what happens. And yeah, I'm literally here speechless. And I'm like, really? Really? So I guess the one thing is, Barry doesn't die. Now, we don't know if he'll die in the final battle, but we'll see. We'll see where this is going. So yeah, things look like they're turning out for the worst, and things just got worse. So yeah, like I said, I thought tonight's episode was probably the best episode of Crisis so far. I will say, especially looking at my timer on my review, it's actually this episode actually had a somewhat fast pacing to the episode. Like there was really no slowdown moments. Well, I guess to an extent the Kate Kara scenes were kind of a slowdown in the episode, and even the Ryan Choi stuff were kind of slowed down the episodes. But honestly, going through my notes, I realized there's not a lot of major things that happened. They kind of just, it was kind of fast pacing with how, the episode went. So I don't know if that's how I like it or something like that. But yeah, but not next week, next month on the 14th, that's when we will be seeing the next episode of Crisis. And I'm gonna actually check the date on that. So see what date of that is. Yeah, January 14th on Tuesday. So if that's, yeah, Tuesday, that'll probably be the Arrow episode and stuff like that. Because Arrow's been aired on Tuesdays this season. So yeah. So anyways, that's all I gotta say for tonight's episode of Crisis. It kind of just leaves you with a cliffhanger, really, and that's where we're gonna be left off for the next 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 weeks from now. Which 5 to 6 weeks is still pretty long, but it's not like we've been through, CW TV show cliffhangers at the end of seasons before, stuff like that. Anyways, if you like this video, leave a like. If you want to leave a comment regarding tonight's episode, leave a comment. Jeez. And then, if you wanted that subscribe button to get more CW DC TV show content, whether it's Arrow that's about to end, Flash or Supergirl, you'll be able to get my thoughts. Now, I think because Arrow will be ending in basically, essentially, 2 more episodes, or 2 or 3 more episodes, I'll probably replace that with another one of the DC TV shows, whether it's Black Lightning or Batwoman. I'm gonna have to see, because both shows are actually getting interesting and stuff like that. But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. It's finals week for me. I gotta get to studying for an actual test I'm doing. So yeah, other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys in next month. If you only check out my CWT DC TV shows. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next video on my channel. You guys have a great night. Catch you guys later.